Good morning, afternoon, evening, day, good, whatever time of day it is for you, or evening. I wish you well. Welcome, my fellow isolators.
The Isolator.
My friends, how are you? I hope you're well. I want to thank you for coming to my live yesterday. If you haven't seen it, I'll throw a link. Actually, I won't throw a link right now. We'll wait because on an insert I'm doing from yesterday, he suggests a link. He, meaning yesterday's hippie. So before we get too far, first, it is. Yeah, see the smile? -1. Feels like -4. It's going to +10. Now, they said it was going to +10 yesterday, and we never got the warm temperature. I never made it to the river. But c'est la vie. Today is another day, and today is the day that we will get to the river. I hope. It'll all depend on so many things. I didn't get to walk with Pasha yesterday because it was too cold to take people outside. So I went on a short walk on my own. And in keeping with the theme of today, I kept myself busy. How are you keeping yourself busy? I do have some suggestions. I myself, I'm going to speak about it soon. None of the editing in this video has been done in the new program, but I'll talk about that. So stay tuned. So I have found something that's going to keep me busy for a little bit, learning a new program, and I talk about it in a minute. Stay tuned. Yeah, I gotta stop saying that. But there's so many things we can do to keep ourselves busy. It's not easy. It's not easy, but we gotta think back. If we go 100 years back, 100 years, we don't even have to go that far. Go to the 30s. Go 90, well, that's 90 years. That's amazing, eh? The 30s, 1930s. I used to think of it as not that long ago, and oh my goodness, that's 90 years ago. And my dad was born in 1930. My mom was born in 1930. My dad was born in 1932. Anyways, think about people back then. They didn't have internet. They didn't have TV. They only had each other. And sure, they had the wide open spaces of the outdoors, which right now we're told if we do partake in the outdoors, we got to keep it very minimal and mostly to ourselves. So it's a little more difficult, but we can find things. Read a book, read 20 books. Take an online course, take a couple of online courses. Download Duolingo, a really cool app that I've been using to brush up on my Russian. Privyet, как дела? Yes, do please comment below different things you can think of. Crafts, lots of crafts. I do know at my son's house, his mother is quite the artist, and they are doing crafts after crafts after crafts. There might be a lot of really cool artwork when this all subsides. So before we get any further, I've got some really, stay tuned, please, because I've got some, I know I said that too many times today. I've got some good stuff to talk about and little known facts. And I want to talk about the video that you're about to see. It's a mix of some of the editing I've been trying with different programs. It is not the program I talk about in this, but I'd still like your opinion. So first, let's put that in between here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good day. Happy Sunday, or whatever day it is that you're watching this. Gord, you're hurting hippie. I just finished my Saturday live isolation talk. I'll see if I can throw a link to that right here. And it was a fun one. We had a lot of fun. We shared a lot of flour. and shared some laughter and some talk about what it's like all around the world. My lives always have some other people from different areas of the world, and we learn so much from each other. I really enjoy that. So thank you, all of you who were a part of it or who watch it later and give it the old thumbs up. Remember. So here I am, just finished that. And I've been thinking, the isolation talk had me thinking that now's a good time for me to work on something that could improve this channel. I don't know yet. You see, I'm working on an old-fashioned version of Adobe Premiere Pro because there's no way I can afford the full live 2020 version. And if you don't have that, you have a pirated version. So it's difficult. It's difficult to use, and the full version is just way too expensive, even with Patreon supporter support. In fact, I make less per month from my Patreon supporters, and I love y'all, than it would cost me per month to have the Adobe suite. Now, I don't need the whole suite, but when you start picking it apart, it's almost as expensive. So I started looking up, and there's a different program out there. So I thought, and DaVinci Resolve, I figured I'm going to download the free version and see if it works as good as some people say it does. And if it does enough, I may switch. And the full version of it is like Adobe used to be. One-time payment, and you own the software. So it's possible. There may be some differences in editing, and I hope improvements. So if you see stuff, let me know. You may see something at your end that I don't see, that I don't know, that all of a sudden I'm either looking, sounding, or doing something better, or looking, sounding, or doing something worse. So your feedback is going to be really helpful. I'll let you know if something's been done in Premiere Pro like normal, or if this is one of my new tests to test out this new software. But it's a way to keep myself busy, learn. We can all do some long distance learn. We may be home for a while. Take some courses, figure it out. Anyways, I'm heading to the river, but it's not the kind of day I thought it would be. It is foggy, overcast, still -3. So I'm taking a good long walk, and we'll see what we put together. There may be a montage, there may not be. Friends, over to Gord on Sunday morning. Peace and thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. No cartoon hippie here, but do you like the cartoon hippie? Do you like the switch between the surreal and the real? I just felt it was kind of cool. And guys, I'm flexing my abilities and trying new things, because heck, if we don't, we go crazy. So as you see, I'm going to be trying a new program. What I'm doing, what you see, until I tell you this one was done in DaVinci, until I say that, all my stuff that goes online will still be done the normal way, because I don't want to give you guys crap. But what I'm trying to do is also edit in DaVinci after I finished editing here, and then I compare. I did that with one of my previous ones, and the introduction was great, but the rest of it, although it looked proper in the code, the video was squished down and weird. I found out what I did wrong, so That's trial and error. And if I did that with this video or the next one, you wouldn't get your videos till late afternoon, and that ain't fair to any of you. Any of you. I know some of you wake up to this. Some of you go to bed to this. Peace and cheers. And I did promise you a pretty cool little known facts. I think it's a funny one. Some neat stuff. So let's get into it. Okay, this first one, I couldn't find an image to cover it. Ancient Egyptian pharaohs. A bird. That was a bird. Ancient Egyptian pharaohs used their slaves as fly catchers. Yeah, as awful as it sounds, they would lather their slaves in honey, which would serve a dual purpose of attracting any flies to their slaves rather than themselves, as well as trapping and killing the flies on, this one, from the gross to the ridiculous. In ancient Rome, urine was used as a mouthwash. Yeah, this is because urine contains very high ammonia content, and ammonia is one of the most powerful and readily available natural cleaners on this planet. Now, I'll have bad breath, thank you, and I'm pretty sure that didn't make their breath nicer smelling. And finally, this one kind of right along my alley. Look at that weird cup. Yeah. In the Victorian era, and I used to see cups like this and wonder what the heck were they for. Now I know. Men with mustaches use special cups, as pragmatically called mustache cups. These specially made mugs had guards on them, which prevented a man's mustache from dipping into the warm cup of tea. Well, I can tell you, I don't think it would help a lot, but I'd like to have one, because when I drink tea, when I drink anything I really enjoy, I get very, very wet around there. And it's interesting, and it's a little known, so it fits. Friends, I hope this day finds you well. I hope you're not going crazy inside your own mind. Go crazy outside it so people can get the entertainment from it, okay? Yeah, don't go crazy. Ooh. Don't go crazy at all. Love you. Peace and cheers. Love and harmony. I'd say look for someone without a smile today, but no, don't look for people. But if you see someone without a smile, smile with them. They need it as much as you need to put that smile on your face. Peace.